All right, let's talk about something every SaaS startup hits eventually, the SOC 2 report. Now, it sounds super technical, maybe even a little scary, but we're going to break down why it's not a hurdle. It's actually the key that unlocks your biggest enterprise deals.
So, picture this. You've been working on a deal for months. You've done all the demos, you've nailed the negotiations, and the team is ready to pop the champagne. Your massive new enterprise client is this close to signing, they just need one last thing.
And there it is, a SOC 2 report. And just like that, this single document is the only thing standing between you and landing that whale. So you have to wonder, right? Why this specific report? This isn't just some random piece of bureaucratic paper. So why has it become the absolute gatekeeper to the enterprise world? Well, that is exactly what we're going to get into.
Okay, so to really get this, we have to put ourselves in the enterprise customer's shoes for a minute. If you want to know why they ask for SOC 2, you first have to understand the enormous risks they're dealing with every single day.
For a huge company, a security breach isn't just a headache, it's an absolute potential company-ending catastrophe. We're talking about losing all public trust, getting hit with massive lawsuits, and watching your brand get destroyed overnight. And that's exactly why they are so unbelievably careful with every single vendor they let into their system. And that intense fear of risk leads us straight to the number one reason for SOC 2. You see, in a world with stakes this high, a big company can't just take your word for it. A simple, hey, trust us, we're secure, just doesn't fly. They need proof.
So, what is an SOC report? Really? Just think of it like this. It's an official stamp of approval from an independent expert. It's not you bragging about your security. It's a qualified auditor coming in and saying, yep, we checked, their security controls are legit, they actually work, and they handle data the right way.
For an enterprise, a SOC 2 report just cuts through all the marketing fluff. It's not about some policy you wrote down once. It's about proving you have real functioning controls. And what they really love is the Type 2 report, because it shows those controls have been working consistently over time. It just removes all the guesswork for them.
All right, so we've talked about defense. Now let's flip the script and look at how this piece of paper becomes a powerful weapon for your sales team.
I mean, just look at this. The sales process, with and without SOC 2, it is a night and day difference. Without it, you're drowning in security questionnaires, going back and forth with their lawyers forever. But with it, you're basically giving their security, legal, and procurement teams exactly what they need, all at once. It just breaks down all those internal walls that kill deals. And here's the most important part. Having that SOC 2 report completely changes the conversation. You spend way less time defending your security posture and way more time talking about the actual value your product delivers. And that, right there, speeds up the whole sales cycle like you wouldn't believe.
Now we get to the really strategic part. Because SOC 2 isn't just about your tech. It sends a powerful signal about your company's entire culture. It's in your DNA.
You know, a lot of people think SOC 2 is just an IT thing. You know, checking your firewalls, making sure your encryption is on. But is that really the whole story? Not even close.
This right here, this quote says it all. The audit goes so much deeper than your tech stack. It's about the humans, it's about the processes, it's about the systems you've built around the people to keep things secure. That's the real core of it. The auditors are looking at everything. How do you bring new employees on? How do you manage changes to your code? What's your plan when, not if, an incident happens? Do you even have a plan to stay in business if disaster strikes? This stuff proves you're a mature, reliable partner for the long haul, not just some flash-in-the-pan product.
So, let's bring it all home. In today's world, with all the cyber threats and new regulations, having SOC 2 isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. For any startup with serious ambition, it's become the bare minimum.
And what's really cool is that it's a total win-win. For the enterprise, it's all about lowering their risk. But for you, the startup, it's how you earn that trust, unlock those bigger deals, and build a brand people actually respect. It's the foundation for real, sustainable growth.
So if there's one thing to take away, it's this. The game has totally changed. Enterprise buyers see a vendor without SOC 2 as a risk they just don't need to take. It's not a bonus point anymore, it is the cost of entry. It's the ticket to the dance.
Ultimately, it all boils down to a pretty simple strategic question. If you want to land those serious, game-changing enterprise customers, you have to send them a serious signal that you're a responsible partner. The real question isn't, can we afford to get SOC 2? It's, can we really afford not to?